Hello, I've got another video for the Brawl Hub channel, Brawl Hub League, going with Jansen against Crucias. And I am on the play with no one drop and awkward mana. This is a very aggressive Crucias list. Not sure this is going to be good enough. No removal, no one drop, awkward mana. I'm going to look for something a little bit better, but it's a tough call. Could play Magda on 2. Or Talisman. Mayhem Double is very good in the matchup. Definitely close. Being on the draw, this is definitely go back, but on the play, is this good enough? It might be. It's definitely tough. I'm most worried about not having any removal in this hand. I feel like I could get steamrolled pretty quickly. Okay, I'm going to throw this back. And this is not better, for sure. But I think I'm going to keep it. Having the Market Gnome and MathemaTiGer with Godless Shrine is decent to start with. And then I'll be able to get my red source with the Captivating Crossroads. So as long as I draw some lands, I think I'll be okay with this hand. Aside from the fact, again, I have no removal, but at least I have MathemaTiGer for a little bit of interaction. But most likely I'll be wanting to play this on turn 2 rather than turn 3. So be looking for something else to try to interact with Crucias. MathemaTiGer is a very good Crucias player. They've really iterated on the deck as we've had some custom bans in the league, removing the One Ring. So it's gone from a combo deck to a very aggressive low to the ground deck. This Thoughtseize is kind of rough. They know about the MathemaTiGer now. MathemaTiGer is much, much better if your opponent doesn't know about it. I here am able to hit a Sacred Foundry, which I'm very happy with, and I'm going to go ahead and put the Fireweaver into play. I think their thought process to take the dispute is to keep me off of land drops. So getting that Sacred Foundry is quite big for me. This is still going to come in tapped on... I guess this comes in tapped the whole game for me because I was the starting player. Takazios Welcome could be a very good card in the matchup if I'm able to grind long enough. I don't think that they have much in their deck that can remove an enchantment, and this card can draw potentially on both turns with Jansen's activated ability. Interesting. So no red source yet, and also no turn to play. This could be a Bowmaster. Kind of an interesting hand so far from them. Definitely playing out Takenuma. If I go Jansen, I could... I think it's better to get Takazios Welcome down first, though. I just get so much value. I'm a little worried about a Bowmaster, because that's one of the only cards that makes sense aside from just instant speed removal. If they just have a Doomblade, then I'm definitely better off playing the Welcome, so I'll go ahead and play that line. And I don't think there's anything I need to be afraid of here, so I'm going to go ahead and swing with the Fireweaver. Bowmasters make sense. They could double block, but okay. I'm very fine trading Fireweaver. Oh. Oh, yeah, I only get to take out... Wait. Interesting. I didn't get the chance to assign damage there. I gotta check my settings.
Sacrifices must be made.
Huh. I should have had the ability to choose where damage was assigned. So they still don't have a red source, which is pretty interesting. Crossroads. Oh, so this does not come in untapped now. That's great. And I'm missing a second red source, so go ahead and play this as red. And this will allow me to draw. Ooh, now that's an interesting draw. Do I want to hold up MathemaTiGer? They already know about MathemaTiGer, so I think they have to play around it. I think I just want to get Ragavan out there. And I'll go ahead and take out Liliana.
I'll be back with friends.
Jansen's mostly here to activate his abilities, but just having a 3/3 haste can be really useful to deal with planeswalkers, or if you have a battle. There's a lot of value to just having a creature that can come in and apply some pressure quickly as well. Synthesizer is a great draw. Is there anything I'm ready to get with Wishclaw? Wishclaw is a really fun card in the deck because I can, in response to sacrificing, to tutoring, I can sacrifice it so that my opponent does not get the talisman. I think I'm more interested in just going for a synthesizer, though. Just going to get so much value here. And this will make some 1/1s, which is going to give me some draws. Karn is good. Goldspan is also very good. And I think I'm pretty interested in just making a big old construct. I'm going to start having a lot of artifacts on the battlefield pretty soon. And I have enough plays in hand right now as well, so I generally like trying to get max value out of my planeswalkers the turn they come down, which is usually their minus ability. Add more board presence. Karn doesn't have an especially without planeswalker doesn't have an ultimate ability. So this looks like a pretty good board state. Crucias here is going to feel a little bit slow coming down. I think I'm quite interested in getting a creature that can ping them. I'm forgetting the name of Murders. Mayhem Devil. I think Mayhem Devil is a really good tutor target right now. I think that getting Mayhem Devil on the battlefield with some treasures will obliterate their board very quickly. You can get in with Ragavan. Very interesting line on their side, just going to take out Karn. This is going to leave them very vulnerable to my Goldspan and Wishclaw. How about they have Bolt as well? That does slow me down. Okay. Well, that takes away the Wishclaw line. Sometimes you just draw what you need, though. That's not bad. Let's see, how can I sacrifice something here? Wow. I think it's probably just got to be Goldspan, and then we just set up for Mayhem Devil next turn. Very interesting. I'm trying to figure out what I want to tutor for now. It's a pretty good spot. So I think I just start out with Goldspan, and then we can go ahead and swing. Does not trigger the Casio's Welcome, which is definitely a bummer. And I'm not willing to trade Ragavan for their 1/1. Here I think I'm just going to hold up the Mana Tithe and say go. And keep the Mayhem Devil a secret. Would have been able to draw a card off of Tokasio's Welcome, which is one argument for running out the Mayhem Devil, but I think here I want to hold up a little interaction, which they know about, but does force them to play around it. Very aggressive attack on their side, and now I have Emrakul coming online. I think it's a pretty easy Mayhem Devil. Oof. Can I play both? So if I play here, sacrifice, yeah, I definitely can. Sacrifice a 1/1, make a Mayhem Devil. This should be pretty good. Sacrifice a creature. We'll get rid of you. It's going to make, I now have 5 mana. Oh, even more than that, actually. This might lead to a concession, but my opponent is sticking around. And might just play out the Talisman now. Take out a 1/1. Or I could play out Mondrak. If I play Mondrak, then I get 2 tokens off of Goldspan. That seems pretty good. And get rid of this guy. Does still mean that I don't get to swing with Ragavan. I guess I could sacrifice and float the mana, but yeah, then I get in with Ragavan as well. I'm wasting 2 mana, but I get 2 more from Ragavan, so I think this is worth it. Well, I get 4 because of the Mondrak, yeah, so this is definitely the better line. So we can add white, take out this guy, and go to blockers. Could use this mana to just how How many creatures? I have to sacrifice 2 other creatures. Don't think that's worth it. So. And this should just actually be lethal. Yeah. I think I can just sack here, and we go face. Wow. Pretty great draws here. Mayhem Devil, Goldspan, and Mondrak all together. Being able to close out this game. And that's game 1. All right, here for game 2. On the draw. I think I got a little bit lucky in that first game. Awkward mana for Crucias and some pretty good draws on my side. See if I can replicate that. Mind Spike plus Fatal Push. It's not bad. Turn 1 Thoughtseize could be frustrating, but they probably only have a 20 or so % chance of having a Dress effect on turn 1. So I think I have a pretty good opening here. It's much less explosive. This deck really pops off having artifacts on the battlefield when Jansen comes down, but on the draw against an aggressive deck, I like playing a little bit more respectfully and grinding out a long game. I've got some cards to be able to do that, so this looks like a decent keep on the draw. Tap land on their side, get to Mind Spike them. I don't think I care about Edict, Temper. I think it's pretty clearly the Planeswalker. Don't have a good answer to. Likely a 2-mana creature coming down here. Or not. Could be a Bowmaster again. And pass. I think in this matchup, I'm in a pretty decent position if the game goes longer. Pyromancer is going to apply quite a bit of pressure. So I don't love just going for the black market connection. I think that I'm probably going to have to go for Fable next turn. Rite of Oblivion is a pretty good draw. Want to make sure I try to hit my land drops. This will allow me to have ways to interact with Crucias next turn with Fatal Push. Go ahead and take here. Makes my attack with the Goblin a little bit better, but most likely the Goblin is going to die to Fiery Temper. Fiery discard when they discard it with Crucias. And yeah, taking out the Goblin token. Alright. Definitely tough here. I think I'm going to get rid of Black Market Connections and Diabolic Intent. Don't have time for those. This Fabled Passage is excellent, being able to turn on my Fatal Push. And I think I'm going for the Harvester plus Relv. Could use another red source, it looks like, in case we get a gold span. That should help slow them down a little bit. Although they can just replay Crucias again here. And I think they said ambitious, so they have a 4-drop in hand. So this could be a pretty explosive turn on their side, but I have Rite of Oblivion to answer a big threat. Can ride on 2 consecutive turns. Fable plus Blood Tithe Harvester can be a pretty nasty combination if they don't deal with my board. There's another line. If I was feeling aggressive, I could sacrifice Skrelv to Jansen to make some treasures. And there's Chandra. We knew that they had a 4-drop from discarding their Fiery Temper. But Rite of Oblivion is a pretty good way to deal with Chandra here. They got 4 mana available to them. They'll play a Blood Tithe Harvester of their own. Maybe use the Blood token immediately with the floating mana. Blood Tithe Harvester is able to pick off Skrelv next turn, which is maybe another... Although, I guess they're pretty much never going to do that. Their hand seems pretty light on removal, so I think there is a decent argument here to just sacrifice Skrelv to Jansen, make the treasures. Skrelv isn't able to block. So if Skrelv isn't providing protection to my creatures, then it's pretty useless. Opponent here thinking through options, and they are going to dash a Ragavan. That's pretty aggressive. Not what I want to see, and I think I have to take a hit. Taking 4. Yeah, definitely not ideal. I will be able to block Ragavan better next turn. Is that true? So 2, so 3 plus 2 plus 2. Can't play everything. But blocking with the Blood Tithe Harvester here feels kind of bad. I think next turn I'm probably playing Jansen. If I draw a land, then I can keep Jansen back. I guess I also have the Fable to block if I really wanted to. Definitely a tough spot. They have a lot of things that they can hit in my deck, which is part of why I'm worried about this Ragavan hitting me. Jansen list is very low to the ground, and they have something like a Lightning Bolt. That's pretty rough. I guess if they hit a Lightning Bolt, I'm basically just taking 2 extra damage. Thoughtseize would be pretty bad. Maybe it's best to just get rid of the Ragavan now. But I'm going to be facing a lot of pressure from this Blood Tithe Harvester. Okay, I'm going to trade. I think there's enough risk that it's worth playing around that. And that is great to hit the land drop here. Skrelv, I appreciate your service. Wait, I guess, you know what, actually, I'll just sacrifice the blood instead. Make some 1/1s, and then I can stack those to right. Yeah, that's a way better line. These 1/1s here are going to be pretty handy for blocking purposes.
We're done here.
Let's see if they can start to put some pressure. If not, my reflection could start to do quite a bit. Good reason to keep around Skrelv. I also have this creature land I shouldn't forget about. It's not really something I'm looking at too much yet, but this creature land can start to snowball a bit. Being able to put a +1/+1 counter every combat if they don't respect the pressure that this card can put on, it can really start to take over a game. Blood Tithe Harvester here could try to take out Reflection, although I would be able to protect with Skrelv. Crucias is back, hoping they don't have a 3-drop in hand. This list seems to have a very low number of very low number of 4-drops, so they prioritize having only the best 4-mana creatures available for not just mana creatures, but best 4-drops, so they can really hit well when they discard. But just lands is great for me. Is there an argument for Karn plus here? I think probably not. Another question is whether I'm willing to let Crucias stick around. If they are able to discard Karn, then it's really bad for me. Pretty interesting play could be to make a copy of Jansen on their turn and make a bunch of treasures. Yeah, it's interesting options right now. I think I like starting out with Karn. I think I'm willing to let Crucias stick around for a turn. Seems like they're threat light. So I'm gonna play this out in white. Get my Karn Struct. And could Rite of Oblivion here. Maybe it is the safer play to just get rid of Crucias. I'm worried about protecting my Planeswalker, though. Yeah, the better way to make sure that Karn lives is to keep Reflection and Jansen untapped here, so I'll go ahead and pass, and then I will try to apply some pressure on them next turn. Crucius is always hard to play against because you don't know what they are digging up when they cycle cards. Discarding a land could just be a 1-drop, could also be a very powerful card in their deck. They are digging. The Phoenix here can take out Karn, which is unfortunate. I do have... That is a good card to hit with the Rite of Oblivion, at least. So we lose Karn, take out the Phoenix, but this Crucias is going to keep on giving them more value every turn. Karn down. Now, what to do here? I kind of like making treasure, making Construct. Kind of a crazier play would be to make a copy of Jansen. But then I have to sacrifice it. Yeah, no, that's not a real play. So I think we just make Construct and could copy the one that I'm gonna lose, but I think I'd rather try to put some pressure on their life total. It's a good draw. Also a good draw. We know that they just discarded their Inquisition, so it might be relatively safe to hold on to this until next turn. I'm going to count on that and go ahead and swing in with the Constructs here. They just chump. I don't think I'm worried enough about my life total though, so. Go ahead and swing at these guys. Six is pretty good hit. And now I can go ahead and take out the Phoenix, sacrificing the Construct that I'm going to lose at end of turn anyways. And is it worth holding on to Wishclaw? I think probably not. I think it's better to just get it onto the battlefield. They could blow it up. Is it more likely that they blow up my Wishclaw or they discard my Wishclaw? Not playing Wishclaw also allows me to make a copy of the Construct without burning treasure, so I'm going to end my turn here. Hold the information that I have, Wishclaw in hand as well. Pretty close game. Them not having an answer for the reflection is, I think, going to be a big problem. So definitely a priority, I think, on their side to try to get rid of my Kiki-Jiki. They do have 4 cards in hand. They've been cycling away the cards that aren't relevant, so have to expect they have some good options at this point. And what are we tutoring for? I think that the Mayhem Devil showed how strong it is in the matchup. Other top end could be something like Bolus's Citadel. My life total is relatively healthy right now, but against an aggressive deck, I feel Like, that could be a bit risky. Beseech, very strong. I also have Emrakul in the deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 card types in the graveyard. Brings Emrakul's cost down to 7. That doesn't quite allow me to Wishclaw for Emrakul and play Emrakul. And now, with Shieldred on the battlefield, certainly demands an answer. How am I going to answer Shieldred? What's the best answer here? Alright, well, I'm going to start off by making another construct. Wow, well played on their part. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Okay, need to think about this one. Obviously, just something like Fatal Push would be able to deal with Shieldred, but I feel like I want something better. Maybe there isn't something better. Got a Molten Collapse, which you could take out a treasure token. Maybe that's the best play. As much as I want to get Mayhem Devil, if they deal with my Mayhem Devil, is that enough? Let's see. So, we're obviously playing this. Now, sacrifice, and then I have 2 more 1/1s, but just 2 treasures to sacrifice. So, does that do enough? Taking out Crucias is huge, and eventually the damage from the Mayhem Devil will certainly get me there, but the question is whether my board is able to survive. So yeah, I think it's down to Crucius or Molten Collapse. Molten Collapse is definitely the safer route. I think I'm, at this point, I think I'm just going to go for the Mayhem Devil line. I think that that's the better way to win. I've got enough ways to chump Shieldred for a few turns, and with enough treasures, I can just burn out Shieldred anyways. Pay, sacrifice a non-token. And probably the most important decision here of the game, 1000 with Smithy is also pretty interesting. But is that enough? We make huge creatures. I've got 8 turns. They're going to have to really deal with my board. I don't like tapping down my board, though. Yeah, Mayhem Devil is pretty nasty here. I think I like that one. There's another option just to go for Obnixilis. Maybe Obnixilis is just the answer. Is that crazy? Man, if my Mayhem Devil dies, I'm in a pretty tough spot. So, wow. So many choices. It's never just... Is this... No, there's no way it's just Citadel. It's way too risky. Most respectful play is just to go for the Molten Collapse. I think I'm just going to play it safe. Take out Sheoldred. Don't need to be on full control anymore. And let's just grind from here. They've already gone through 3 of their 4 drops, so we've already seen Sheoldred, we've already seen Chandra, we've already seen Beseech. So they don't have too much left at their top end at this point in the game. I do. So I think it's getting to the point of the game where I have many more good draws than they do. And so just picking out the biggest threat on the board, like Sheoldred, is the best way to ensure that I don't lose the game. Even though I'm clearly not that far ahead on board. I think I'm in a decent position, although this Crucia is a bit frightening. I'm going to go ahead and draw, rather than just sacrificing the clue with Jansen. And Probation seems great with Crucias. They almost certainly hit the Crucia off of Crucias just now. This does mean I have to deal with Crucia. Maybe in a premature to use this on Crucias, but we will see. I think I'm just going to go ahead and play out the Scrounger and Seiko, and I'll probably sacrifice a treasure to make more 1/1s on their turn. So at this point, just stalling out and waiting to try to hit some of my bigger threats. I think this game will come down to whether or not I can do so before Crucia can take over the game. Because Crucia can apply damage pretty quickly here. Potentially, looks like 6 damage this turn, go down to 9. So I've got 3 turns to find a solution there. Interesting, they decided to go for a different line though. They're gonna, so they're still discarding Crucia, and they can still get it back. But that does mean that I take 3 less damage this turn. I think if I'm on their side, I'd rather just play out Crucia rather than discard Crucia to Scoundrel, just to try to apply more damage. Either way, it's a pretty fast clock. Although I do have enough creatures here to withstand to actually trade with Crucia, but their graveyard is pretty full. I guess they can escape one more time. That is not what I wanted to see. Could make treasure, get back Scrap Heap Scrounger. Do I care about the treasures enough? I think I just do that on their turn, so pass, and we'll see who can draw more action. I think I am trading with Crucia here. I can block Sleeper with Gold Hound plus Bivouac if I want to. Probably just see Crucia come in. And yeah, I just have to throw too much, I think, in front of Crucia. I think here I'm just going to block with one creature, sacrifice it, make treasures. Try to find something off the top. Something like Showdown of the Scalds would be huge. Anything to give me some more card advantage. Can Sleeper keep doing this? I'm actually not sure if the Sleeper can continuously draw. Don't think so. Invasion is interesting. Unfortunately, trying to flip Invasion means I most likely die. But might as well play it here. I don't think I'm trying to save the 3 life from Crucia. Interesting. So they're holding back Molten Collapse. Don't feel like they have any good targets. Molten Collapse does hit anything I could potentially draw, but Inti is clearly the best card in the hand, so I think I take Inti. It's at least what they're most likely to want to play next turn. Let's see if I attack all. They have 4 blockers. They get Crucias back. 7 damage going through. It's interesting because then I do flip Invasion. And I get to juice up my board a decent bit. I think I have to do that at this point. So I'm going to throw 1, 2, 3. So they're going to block. So let's see. Block. Block. But I have to have 2. So the Gold Hound probably gets through. So I want Gold Hound plus, I think, 4 others. And then maybe send these 2 face. Is that right? So they're going to take out the land. And then I have 4 2/2s. I think at this way there's no way they can stop invasions from flipping. 6 on 4 plus the gold hound. Yeah, okay. I think this is best. And then I will pump, I think, the gold hound. So this does allow them to keep drawing. It's not ideal. There's a chance I'm dead next turn. We will see. I think this is the best way for me to win the game, though. Can make a couple of blockers with Jansen. I'm effectively at 6. So, yeah, I'm actually pretty sure I am dead with Molten Collapse in hand on their side. So, a bit of an overstretch. This is a pretty hard game for me to win. Crucia, just a tough draw for me. Yeah, I wonder if the right way to play this out is just to save my reprobation for Crucia instead of using it on Crucias. But we'll see. Play it out. I think I just left myself dead, though. No cards in hand. Yeah. Can block 2. I can create... I guess the one thing, though, is I can create blockers at instant speed. And so they can't use their Molten Collapse. So let's see. I'm at 6. Only 3 can get through? Actually... Yeah, I think their Molten Collapse won't work here because I can make 1/1s during combat. So sorcery speed removal, no good. And yeah, and they're definitely dead if they swing all out. Ooh, that is a good draw. Nice. Make 2 blockers. I take 5. Am I dead? Oh, they kill me with Mountain Doom? Nice. Wow. Exact. Brutal. Very close game. Very close game. All right, game 3 on the play. This hand looks quite good. Hitting a 3rd land drop is going to be pretty important, but assuming that happens, I'm going to be in great shape. Let's go. Go ahead and play Epicure on 1. Just going to run out the Mox. And praying my Wellspring helps get me to 3rd land drop. If I can do that, then I'm going to be pumping out the value with Jansen very quickly. We'll see what they take. Taking Wellspring is usually not what you're going to target with Thoughtseize, but they might go for it here. I think it's a pretty good argument for just going for swords, though. So they can't. Yeah. They take the swords. I do hit the land. And I'm just going to play the Wellspring here anyways. Two more lands. So now I'm more worried about getting flooded. Getting another draw for Wellspring next turn should help, though. No answer to Crucias. It's going to mean that they could run me over if they get the right hits with Crucias. So definitely prioritizing trying to find an answer for Crucias here. Hoping they don't have something like Bowmasters. That would probably be the best card against me in this situation. I guess I have a lot of other options. Something like Molten Collapse is going to be pretty painful if they can take out a creature and my Mox. Big thing on their side. It's possible they're a little bit land light. I don't think there's a whole lot of reason why they would be targeting the Epicure. But we'll see. But yeah, next turn definitely playing Young Jansen, sacrificing the Wellspring to make a couple of 1/1s. Plus be able to draw another card. And I think I just do that on my turn in case I draw something that I can play with the extra mana from Mox. This deals me damage, that deals me damage. I think I'm just going to get a basic, try to preserve my life total a little bit more. Basic Plains is fine. No 1-drops. Tapped land is not ideal, but we do have the blood token. So I think I'm just cycling away Concealed Courtyards on their end step and looking at Hangerback Walker next turn for X equals 2. Could pump the Hangerback Walker and sacrifice it to make treasures plus flyers on their end step next turn. Assuming I don't draw anything else interesting. Having the 1/1s is pretty helpful here versus Inti. Inti really wants to get in, but I've got some nice blockers to hold it back. So the fact that they're thinking this long means they probably have some kind of removal potentially. Most of the time they're going to want to play Crucias. They are going to attack. So this does mean Inti becomes a 3/3 with trample. Yeah, I forgot that it gets a counter. Ooh, Shieldred. Not going to be able to play that, which is good news on my end. Do I want to triple block? That means they'd have to use removal on one of my 1/1s. I don't think they really want to use the removal in that way, so I think I'm willing to do that. Means one removal spell takes out my whole board. I also save 3 damage though, and they lose a removal spell, which I'd almost certainly rather save for a better threat on my side than just one of my 1/1s here. But let's see what they have. I guess Bowmasters again is my biggest fear, and there it is. Oh, and I didn't draw beforehand. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Dang it. Well, I guess we're keeping the blood token now. That is the one card that will make this look pretty rough. Okay. Inti is a big problem. I'm able to make a lot of chump blockers. Don't have to worry about Shieldred at least. Right? Ooh. Wow. Quite the turn on their side.
This is my
Dark Witch Rule into Liliana.
You can quit at any time.
Oof. This is looking... That was quite the turn. Okay. Curse of Silence is certainly appealing. I think most likely here I'm going to curse them, play Walker, X equals 2. But how am I dealing with the Planeswalker? I guess I get my flyers. They get to take one out though. I can't draw cards because they have a Bowmaster. Yeah, man. Any other card there, I think I'm in decent shape, but Bowmasters is... It's just really the perfect answer. Okay, I think this is the way to go. X equals 2. Somehow I have to deal with this Inti. Probably if they don't nerf my creature before combat, it's going to double block. And before damage. Oh man, Ragavan too? Oof. This is rough. They're dashing though, dashing into pretty decent blockers. It's interesting. It's a very interesting dash. See if they are discarding. Maybe they're not discarding. They are. Okay, so I can take out Inti, but I do get hit by Ragavan. Or I take a hit from Inti, I kill Ragavan, and I keep my Walker around. Because currently, I don't have a way to kill my Hangerback Walker. So, I think I'm going this route. I'm going to try to keep pumping my Hangerback Walker and see if I can get a couple more counters to try to pressure Liliana before she can ultimate. Rip Apart allows me to deal with the Bowmasters. Or I could tackle it. I think I'm just going to deal with Bowmasters and hope I can draw some answers here. I'm not sure if this is the right play, but I think I need to somehow have the ability to draw cards. So I'm going to take out the Bowmaster. And then sacrifice the Walker to make treasures. And draw more lands. Sweet. That's not good. Sokenzan. Try to attack Lily. Yeah, that's really bad. I think I just got to save Sokenzan until next turn. And Inti is going to run away with this. They could even power up their den. They have a land drop here. Yeah, not sure if that was definitely not the safest play in that spot. Finty has one less toughness, then I'm able to kill Inti. Yeah, just didn't quite. If I had gotten Rip Apart one turn earlier, things are a lot better for me, I think. But yeah, at this point, I've got a Planeswalker about to ultimate and a pretty threatening creature. So not loving this spot. But if somehow I can kill Inti here, just any spot removal, I think I have a chance. Can I get a Fatal Push one time? MathemaTiGer is one of the worst cards in the deck. Not what I wanted to see. Agadeem's does nothing for me. And we're very close to the ultimate. So, yeah, I think we're just going to channel and apply a little pressure. Slows down Liliana a little bit, but she's just going to pick off
How uncivilized.
another 1/1. So I'm hoping they hit a land and decide not to power up Den, which I think I would, and play Crucias so I can MathemaTiGer Crucias. Or if it's any 4-drop, I can MathemaTiGer. Man, if somehow this MathemaTiGer is good, maybe I can turn this around, but yeah, they're just going to discard, keep pumping Inti, and just can't draw any removal. I did draw a Rip Apart, but they got rid of my swords on turn 1 with Thoughtseize, and they are not going to discard, so I suppose that is some hope that they have something they want to cast.
I'll stop when I get my answers.
Oh, and they got the Bowmaster back. Oh, man. Wow. Yeah. I can't get away from this Bowmasters. That's a good card. Of course, I have to deal with Bowmasters. If I try to draw, I think I have to probably draw anyways. They will take out a 1/1, but it's okay. You got it. Not sacrificing the creature there because I need to be able to make more 1/1s. So Casket and Seal Away both deal with Inti. So I don't think it particularly matters. They've got less ways to interact with enchantments in their deck, so I'll go ahead and take the Seal Away. Yep. Still think, well, here, do I want to play the Signet? I don't think the Signet's doing a whole lot for me. I think I'd rather just sacrifice treasures to make more abundance, so they can keep plugging away at my 1/1s with their Bowmasters. I've got mana tied up. So you're saying there's a chance? Do I just attack with Jansen? Force a double block? Kind of fine with... They draw a land though, it's really bad. This attack is terrible if they draw a land, an untapped land, and then can attack with Den. But what else can they get back? They can get back their Scoundrel, they can get back Ragavan. Yeah, I can't attack here. Don't have to worry about the Lily ultimate as much now. Maybe they have something at instant speed where I can hit with MathemaTiGer. That would be great. Please, 2 mana, anything. Not Fatal Push. Bitter Triumph. Hey, that is something that I can MathemaTiGer. They held back on that. No land. No land here is pretty big. What are they going to dig for with Lily? They can bag Ragavan? Probably the Scoundrel, right?
Losing? Sorry, I'm not familiar.
Scoundrel it is. And do I draw? Yeah, lose another 1/1, but I need some action. There's some removal. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, I think I can do that twice this turn. Just gonna make some chumpers, keep Jansen around. They can't attack with Bowmasters, otherwise I guess they could if they wanted to. Ooh, no attacks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can definitely afford to lose a treasure. And they're discarding the Scoundrel. Okay, so definitely getting rid of Liliana. Definitely getting rid of Crucias, and we just fight through the Bowmasters. Is that our game plan? Bivouac, interesting draw. What a grindy game here. Man, do I need to kill Crucias? I think I do. Do I need to kill Liliana? Also, probably. Although if I kill both of their creatures, I can kill Liliana with my 1/1s. And keep up blockers with the treasure. Yeah, that's pretty good. So, first take out this guy. And sacrifice you. See, I could kill the token. Oh no, but yeah, if I get rid of both of my blockers, then I am not able to kill Liliana. Oof. I could take out the... I think I'm able to maybe just attack down Liliana, though, with the Bivouac. So I think I like taking out the Bowmasters. Although it is interesting, I could take out the token and then attack with the 1/1. If I sacrifice Mox. I think that's not bad. I'm going to take out their 3/3. This may be crazy. Leave them the choice of whether they keep their Planeswalker or their Bowmasters. And the board has been mostly cleared. Let's see what they do here. Nerf my creature.
I'll
They're going to
stop
power
when
up
I get
Den.
my answers.
I don't think Den is going to be good because I've got 2 1/1s to chump with. So it's probably just Crucias. Man, I wish I had something to do with this Agadeem's Awakening. But Hangerback Walker is not it. They're looking at Den. I don't think that's the play. I take out Den and take out Liliana on the swing back with... Oh, I guess Jansen is just on their turn or my turn? My next turn. So I can't take out Liliana. They do keep a 1/1 around. Yeah. Might have been too aggressive to take out the token. Liliana's doing a lot of work here. Oh, the Mount Doom again. They have to play something, right? Do they have something to do at end step? Interesting. Very interesting not playing Crucius. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they might have in hand. So I have my own creature land. That will allow me to take out Liliana, I believe. Attack all 3 against Liliana, and then I've got the Signet to sack to... No! Are you serious? They've got another one. Another way to get back Bowmasters. This is just brutal. Can't do anything with the mana here. Can't sacrifice this thing, so that resolves. And still swinging in. They take one, they trade. And then I'm still not going to sacrifice my creature that they ping to be able to sacrifice Signet for more 1/1s. Man, how many times do I have to deal with this Bowmasters? Card seems pretty fair, pretty balanced. They're going face. Interesting. And blocking both. Okay. I think this is fine. Not sure if that's the play. We'll see. Interesting play on their side for sure. They can get Bowmasters back. Okay, let's see. Do they have lethal? They get Bowmasters back again with Lily. They've got Mount Doom, so that's 2 damage. But don't have any attacks to push through. Definitely an interesting block. I see the logic behind it, I think. Somehow Crucias still in the command zone. This has just been the Bowmasters show for the last 10 turns, it feels like. And will it continue? Looks like it. Looks like it's just Bowmasters all day, every day. Yep. It's going to be the 4th time they've cast this card this game, I believe. They can also play Crucias as well. 10? Den is not lethal. Den plus Bowmasters. They've got 2 1/1s to block with. So they're just going to go for Crucias. Ugh, brutal. Truly brutal. The lands these games can draw and discard. Am I dead? Quite possibly. Am I dead if I do nothing, though? Quite possibly as well. I think I have to do this. These pain lands are brutal. Oh, of course, Bowmasters. Drawing a card against Bowmasters is... and the Thoughtseize to seal my fate. That's game. It was a good run, but I am certainly dead on board here. GG.